We pass through New Southgate and then approach Potters Bar. Potters Bar is well known to railway enthusiasts and occupies an important position on the southern section of the East Coast Main Line. The station serves the commuter belt north of London and provides an excellent location for train spotting, with frequent high-speed services passing through. Beyond Potters Bar, the landscape gradually begins to change. The dense urban development of London slowly gives way to the greener scenery of Hertfordshire. Suburban housing estates become smaller and open countryside begins to appear between the towns. This section of the route allows trains to reach high speeds, and our InterCity 225 is now running at close to line speed. As we race through the Hertfordshire countryside, it is worth reflecting upon the history of the East Coast Main Line itself. The route was built in stages during the 19th century and eventually became one of Britain's most important rail arteries, linking London with Yorkshire, North East England and Scotland. Throughout its history, it has been associated with some of the most famous trains ever to run in Britain, including the Flying Scotsman, the Elizabethan, and countless prestigious express services. Soon we approach Hatfield. The area around Hatfield holds an important place in modern railway history. Following the Hatfield rail accident of 2000, major changes were introduced to railway infrastructure management and maintenance across Britain. The event marked a significant turning point in the development of the modern railway network. As we continue north, the line remains remarkably straight. This is one reason why the East Coast Main Line became Britain's premier high-speed railway, long before the arrival of dedicated high-speed routes. Many sections were upgraded during the 1960s and later decades to allow sustained running at speeds of up to 125 miles per hour. We soon pass Welwyn Garden City. Founded as one of Britain's famous garden cities, Welwyn Garden City combines planned urban design with attractive green spaces. The railway passes directly through the town, providing excellent links to London. Just north of the station lies one of the route's most famous engineering features. The magnificent Digswell Viaduct carries the East Coast Main Line high above the River Mimram Valley. Constructed in the 1850s, the viaduct remains one of the most impressive structures on the entire route. As our train crosses the viaduct, passengers are treated to sweeping views across Hertfordshire. For many railway enthusiasts, this is one of the highlights of the journey south of Peterborough. Immediately afterwards, we enter the Welwyn Tunnels, a pair of Victorian tunnels that continue to handle huge volumes of rail traffic every day. Beyond Welwyn, the route becomes increasingly rural. Rolling fields, wooded areas, and picturesque villages begin to dominate the scenery. The railway here feels fast, purposeful, and direct. A route built to connect distant cities as efficiently as possible. Next comes Stevenage. Stevenage occupies an important place on the East Coast Main Line. Originally a small market town, it expanded rapidly after becoming Britain's first designated new town following the Second World War. The station is a major commuter hub and frequently sees a mixture of local, regional, and express services. North of Stevenage, the railway opens out further. This is classic East Coast Main Line territory. Long straight sections of track stretch towards the horizon, ideal for high-speed operation. Freight trains carrying containers, aggregates, and other goods frequently share the route with passenger services, demonstrating the importance of the line to the British economy. As we continue northwards, we pass through Hitchin. Historically, Hitchin was an important railway junction where routes diverged towards Cambridge and the east of England. The surrounding countryside becomes increasingly agricultural. Wide open fields, farmsteads, and small villages dominate the landscape. This part of the journey often surprises visitors who are unfamiliar with the route. Despite being only an hour from central London, the scenery already feels distinctly rural. As our InterCity 225 continues its effortless sprint northwards, it is easy to understand why so many railway enthusiasts regard these trains with such affection. The combination of the powerful Class 91 locomotive, the smooth-riding Mark IV coaches, and the elegant driving van trailer created one of the finest train formations ever produced in Britain. Many enthusiasts consider the InterCity 225 to represent the final great chapter of traditional British rail engineering. Even today, the distinctive shape and unmistakable sound evoke memories of the golden age of intercity travel. Ahead lies Huntingdon. The town has a rich history stretching back centuries and sits close to the River Great Ouse. The station remains an important stop on the route and serves a large surrounding area. North of Huntingdon, we begin to enter the historic county of Cambridgeshire. The landscape here becomes flatter and more open as we approach the edge of the fens. Long-distance visibility increases dramatically, allowing passengers to appreciate the scale of the countryside. This section perfectly showcases the strengths of the East Coast Main Line. The route was engineered for speed, efficiency and reliability, qualities that continue to define it more than 150 years after construction. Soon, the skyline of Peterborough begins to appear ahead. Peterborough is one of the East Coast Main Line's most important railway centres. The city has been associated with the railway since the earliest days of the network and remains a crucial interchange point. Routes branch from here towards Lincolnshire, East Anglia, the Midlands and beyond. Approaching Peterborough, the railway becomes increasingly busy. Freight yards, sidings and junctions remind us of the city's strategic importance within the national rail network. To the right, keen observers may catch glimpses of engineering depots and railway infrastructure supporting operations across the region. As we glide into Peterborough station, our journey comes to an end. Although today's trip has covered only the first section of the East Coast Main Line, it has demonstrated exactly why this route remains one of Britain's greatest railways. From the magnificent departure beneath the roof of King's Cross, through the busy suburbs of North London, across the famous Digswell Viaduct, past historic towns and into the open countryside of Cambridgeshire, this route offers a remarkable variety of scenery, history and railway interest. For railway enthusiasts, the journey aboard an InterCity 225 is something truly special. It combines classic British railway engineering, high-speed running, famous locations, and decades of railway heritage into one unforgettable experience. Whether you are a lifelong railway enthusiast, a casual traveller, or simply someone who appreciates great journeys, the East Coast Main Line between London King's Cross and Peterborough is a route that deserves to be experienced at least once. Thank you very much for joining me on this journey aboard the legendary InterCity 225. I hope you have enjoyed travelling along one of Britain's most historic and important railway lines. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. It really helps support future railway journeys, railway history features, archive footage and Driver's Eye View videos. Thank you for watching and I look forward to seeing you again on another railway adventure very soon.